Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Crypto Traders Arena. This is our crypto weekly review Sunday show, episode 22. So 22 weeks into the year, and we're back again to talk about our altcoin investment plan. And so it's just business as usual. Another Sunday here. We are starting half an hour later than normal, just because I had a commitment I had to take care of this morning. So sorry about that, but plan still to stay at our I guess 16 UTC normally, so we're just a half an hour late today, but as always we'll be here every Sunday and back again for another round. We did make it through our 100 coins last week. We made it through basically the top 100 market cap coins, not including like stables and stuff like that, but and of course we're mostly focused on Binance too, so most of those coins are Binance available, which is great for all the people that can access Binance, which doesn't include me, but here in the United States. So anyhow, we got through 100 coins, so we're going to kind of hit the reset button this week and backtrack a little bit and see where we're at. But as usual, I'm just going to do a quick sort of market overview, and then we'll get into the altcoins. And as always, my co-host Paul's with me. You want to say hi, Paul? He made it. I think he's somewhere. Huh. Maybe Paul's not with us. I don't know.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, okay, there he is.
Hello.
Hey, for a minute I thought I wasn't live.
No, I was on mute.
That's all
Use
good.
my phone. I was speaking by myself.
Well, that's all good. Glad that you're here with us, and fortunately I'm actually my stream is up and running with no issues. I do sometimes see this no data on YouTube, which is always a little alarming, but I'm pretty sure everything's streaming. DMAX said hey, so hopefully there's no technical issues, but looks like my stream is healthy, so I don't know why sometimes it flashes to no data, but we're doing the best we can with this YouTube production stuff. Of course, it's kind of funny. We do like to think of ourselves as traders and not YouTubers. So, we kind of do a half-assed production job on this stuff, but we do the best we can. And really, we were just talking earlier, actually, before the show started, about how, really our focus is trading and making money from trading. We're not trying to peel money out of this stuff in any other way. We don't do referrals and all that stuff. We could care less about any of that. We're just here to talk about trading and trade our own money. And of course, we're doing this show to try to help people. And so if you are somebody that wants to learn how to do this, and you want to learn how to take advantage of this crypto cycle that seems to be repeating itself over and over again, then hopefully we can provide some value for you there and kind of teach you the basics of how we go about doing this. And then if you want to go deeper down the rabbit hole with trading and maybe get into like the lower time frame trading, then of course we do a lot of that too. So while that's not the focus of this particular show, we do like to get a lot. I mean, really, to be honest, I mean, our group focuses on swing trading and day trading. That's sort of the main focus. And then this is kind of like, we're trying to do this long-term investment stuff as a high reward long-term plan. So we're just taking relatively low risk and being patient and generating high returns down the road. So, and then in between that, we just go and trade the markets on a daily basis. So of course, check us out on Discord if you're interested in any of that. But for today, we're just talking altcoins and broader market stuff. So I have my four charts up here. I guess I'll just kind of, the same story. Actually, everything's kind of just moving along as expected for the most part. I guess I'll start with the DXY here, and we are moving into some interesting locations on the dollar and on the stock market. And funny thing is, crypto's not really participating. It's not really correlated with the stock market at the moment, or if I'll get into that in a minute. But the stock market's been really bullish the last little while, and especially even this week, very uppy action in the stock market. And can't really say that Bitcoin and crypto was following that too much. So there's some bit of a disconnect there. But I don't know. Nonetheless, with the dollar, I mean, I've talked about how I still think we're in we're trending lower here on the dollar. This is a weekly chart. We're still in this downtrend in my opinion. And I'm basing that mostly on the fact that my moving averages here are still cross bearishly, but you can kind of see how they're starting to consolidate here, and so there could be a potential reversal here. But I'm not calling a full on bottom in the dollar here. We did get this kind of ugly weekly W, and that produced a solid month now of pretty uppy action, and now we're up in this little reload zone here. So we almost hit 78.6 of this, and I do see a range here. I think that's really the main takeaway with the dollar at the moment. I think I would consider this like top of the range, which is 38.2. So, we basically dead cat bounced off the bottom, came up into 38.2 at like 106, and then got rejected right around 38.2 and have set up somewhat of a base here. And now we've popped back up into the reload zone of this little range. So I just think the dollar is basically range bound at the moment here, at like 100.7 lows and 105 or 106 at the highs. And really I would draw this low right here actually, because we did FU this, we came down and just ticked just below the key low here. And I wouldn't be surprised now if we do something similar on the top of the range, if we actually can pop the top here a little bit and set up another FU move before coming back into the range. But I think, we make the assumption that markets are ranging the majority of the time as opposed to trending. So I think it's reasonable to think that we're probably bouncing around in this range for a little while. But this week, just kind of an ugly doji candle actually. And so in the reload zone. So, I mean, if anything, this is a potential location for rollover here. So we'll just have to see what happens in the dollar. But in general, I'm still seeing this longer term downtrend. And I last week I talked about the confluence here at like 61.8 fib of the entire range here. Cause of course we have this big giant range that's been, since 2021, basically since the end of 2020, this was like the COVID sort of when the stock market ripped down or dumped hard on March, in March 2020. This is what the dollar did. It just got really kind of frenetic here for a few weeks, and then eventually set up this nice weekly W, which produced this massive uptrend here. And now we have this larger range that goes all the way down to like 82. And so, my gut tells me that this 200 period moving average in the 61.8 is sort of like a magnet. So I know a lot of people are calling bottoms in the dollar right now, but I don't really see it. I think this is a nice bounce here. And if people are trading this, I don't see any reason why you wouldn't have been thinking longs down at the bottom of the range here. But I wouldn't be surprised to see this thing roll over and tag this, reload zone at some point down at 98.9 and below. So I'm kind of watching for that. And of course, what that means is the stock market might actually keep grinding higher if that happens. But for the moment, I think we're just range bound in the dollar. And of course, the last week or two, we've had this sort of uppy dollar and really uppy stock market. So that's a very bullish sign when they're all just ramping straight up. And that's the thing that Bitcoin didn't really participate in. But I'll just make a couple notes on the stock market too. So the dollar is kind of range bound, which sort of gives the stock market breathing room, I think, here to continue its push up into short location, which now we're starting to get into interesting levels on the stock market. So this is the SPY, the S&P 500, and you can see we're about to tag Mountain Man here. So at this point, basically just started we gapped higher into the last Monday open. Very strong market. The previous week was this hammer candle that I had talked about, and of course that just produced another push higher. And we're about to slam into Mountain Man, so I think we'll probably tag that this week. It's pretty likely, at least, that we at least hit Mountain Man and see what kind of reactions there. But I mean, the real only thing to say here is this shit looks uppy as hell to me still. We're getting in a short location. So, of course, as like traders, we got to be thinking as we move up into this red box here. Of course, that's not a great long opportunity. We're a little late for any new longs at this location. But But any kind of M's or tops in this area wouldn't be a surprise. So that's what I'm looking for really is like, do we stall out somewhere up in this reload zone to potentially roll over? And with what I was saying about the DXY, if it does actually stay in its range and start moving back to the bottom of the range, that's just going to keep pushing this higher. And really, I don't see any reason why. I mean, I see some like gaps. There's gaps up higher here in the reload zone, like this one, and I mean, there's even this one that's not filled. So there's a lot of open air right here to just for price to just launch up into here, and of course, in terms of like catalysts, we have FOMCs. I think FOMCs in a week and a half, and so we do have that coming up. And it sounds like people are really leaning towards the Fed pausing. I don't know what's going to happen, and I don't even care what's going to happen. But I do think if everybody's kind of thinking pause at the moment, I kind of get the feeling, which I don't even think that's appropriate. I mean, it seems we'll just see what happens. But the only thing I would say about that is I think the green light is there for the next week to push up higher into this reload zone. I think, a tag of Mountain Man and some sort of reaction is reasonable. And if you're like drilling down to lower time frames, this is definitely going to be like a nice location to look for shorter term shorts. And we probably get some sort of reaction here. Maybe you have to come down and fill this gap that was created this week. But nonetheless, I think the green light is there to just keep grinding up into this reload zone. But I'm pretty bullish on this, but I am looking for some sort of top to come in somewhere up here. I'm not going to think about new highs in the stock market at the moment. I'm just going to think much like the dollar. We clearly have this range established with the old all-time high way up at 480, and then this low down here against the 200 period moving average at whatever that is, 348. So, big range, and now we're moving up into short location of that range. So I'm thinking some sort of rollover up in this area, but we'll just have to see what happens. It's always possible that we just get up into these levels, consolidate for another move higher, and then maybe new highs do come into question here. But that's not how I'm thinking at the moment. I'm not. I'm not gonna shoot that far ahead. I'm just gonna kind of let this thing play out. And also, I'll just mention that OBV looks bullish as hell. In fact, we just this week are about to close. This is SPY ETF, so we did close a W here in OBV. So OBV is actually pushing to a new high here. So fucking bullish, man. I don't know. Moving average is pointing very strongly up. So same story, bullish in the stock market still. The Nasdaq, which has been kind of driving the bull, tech stocks going nuts and stuff, that's been driving the bull, and it's kind of leading the S&P right now. And you can see we already got into the reload zone, gapped up into it, and this is kind of this could potentially become an island top here. So you kind of got to watch what happens this week. If we gap down this week, and we're basically creating a topping pattern here in the weekly candles. That's not yet though, but I could also easily see this week just fill this gap and then push higher into the FOMC. So I suppose talking about the FOMC, maybe we're getting into a sell the news. It's kind of like I could almost see that too, where if like say the Fed does pause, that's what everybody's been waiting for to turn the bull on. But like the bull's already on. So if everybody's waiting for the Fed to pause or even lower rates so that the bull run can start, that's sort of like how everybody's programmed to think right now. And looking at this chart, we're actually kind of in short location, so maybe it's more of a sell the news type event if they do even pause. But we'll just have to see, because right now this shit is, I wouldn't just go and short this right here just because of location right now. We don't really have good reasons other than that. I mean, look at OBV here just launching higher. So even just using OBV, I really would like to see some sort of M in OBV before I think this thing's rolling over, because right now it's just ripping. Just to add to the sort of Nasdaq, look at Nvidia really quick, because that's been sort of one of the drivers. And I just want to point out one thing about Nvidia is this is a weekly chart, but if I go to a daily chart, usually when a stock gaps like this, it's not going to be able to maintain this gap very easily. So some pullback is probably on the table coming up here. It's really hard for a stock, especially a massive stock like Nvidia, to maintain that gap and keep pushing higher. So that's just kind of like anecdotal, but at the same time, like usually when a stock does this, it has to fill this gap relatively soon after. So I'm not really anticipating Nvidia to just keep grinding higher here. I think at least sideways action and maybe coming back and testing the old highs just to fill this gap. So that's sort of foretelling a potential rollover in the stock market. But we're not there yet. And in general, I'm still very, very much bullish on this stuff. And until I see a true top, in one of these, in the QQQs or the SPY, I'm not really thinking the stock market's ready to roll over. And also with the DXY kind of in that sort of range, and possibly just having to range here and move back to the bottom of the range, that just gives the green light for the stock market to push higher. So that's kind of the stock market. It's still very uppy. The interesting thing is Bitcoin has not participated in that. And if anything, I do still think Bitcoin's kind of leading the stock market. So the sort of like stalling of Bitcoin right now is probably foretelling that stall in the stock market coming up. So I think watching to see what Bitcoin does here is going to kind of be sort of the foretelling of what happens in the stock market. In my opinion, it's just a bullshit opinion, but just to get into Bitcoin more, of course, not a lot's happened in the last few weeks, to be honest. I mean, we're basically just sitting where we were a month ago for the most part. Last week I did mention the weekly M. We have to be mindful of the fact that there is an M here. Hopefully you can see the weekly M. And then we, of course, have this potential bearish OBV divergence, which could actually even confirm pretty soon here. We're getting closer and closer to that potential confirmation. So those are the key things to watch for Bitcoin rolling over here, I think, is if this OBVM actually breaks this low here and confirms that M. That's not a great sign. You don't see a lot of OBV divergences on a weekly chart in Bitcoin, or in any charts really, to be honest. So when was the last time OBV actually went into divergence? Let's just look for fun here. Pushed the new highs here. There was one. So the actual first top in Bitcoin back in 2021, we saw OBV come into a little M-ish divergence right there. And you can see what happened right after that. And then as we push to a new high, this wasn't actually in divergence as we pushed to the all-time high. So no divergence there. Although you could argue we got like a cheeky little one. Or no, I'm sorry, we didn't. We just M'd out on the all-time high. But nonetheless, there's a divergence right there that confirmed, and it produced a pretty solid down move. So I think, I don't even need to look at like MACD and stuff like that. This is more important to me, to be honest. So I'm watching that closely. So that'd be that's kind of the rollover case for Bitcoin. The M top is already in, and of course the last 2 weeks all we've really done is just kind of bounce back up into the M and gotten rejected. So not calling it, well, I'm still pullbacks or buying opportunity. To be clear, same story as last week. I think pullbacks are buying opportunities. It's just a question of how deep do we pull back, and I do think that we're rolling over here, but that doesn't mean I'm like Bitcoin's going to zero bear. It just means that I think this move got a little overextended, and now we have to kind of backfill a little. And a couple. So that's the bear case is the weekly M top, and the potential OBV divergence here, and hopefully you can at least see there's a little M already working here. And we might M out again, and even this coming week here we could easily put in another lower low. Lower low. And lower high for that matter. Now to confirm this OBV divergence, it's going to take a pretty good dump here. So we're not there yet, but that's sort of the bear case for Bitcoin. The bullish structure is still intact. So that's what I want to be clear about. On the weekly chart, of course the moving averages are still pointed higher, and you can see how we're just building support against the 200 and the 13 EMA. So, this is our support right here, and it's just been holding now for a month. So it doesn't want to lose that level yet, which is relatively bullish to me. And I do expect some oscillation around this 200, but as long as we're basically pointing higher and staying above the 200, I think the bull is on still. So we haven't lost that yet. Now, of course, the head and shoulders structure is still in. We still have this head and shoulders, and let's see here. So if you drew it like this, basically we still have a head and shoulders. I'm going to ditch these moving averages for a minute here. Um, so still have this head and shoulders with the neckline at 25,000. And of course, everybody's talking about 25,000 as being either a magnet or support. And I think that's reasonable. Usually these head and shoulders, usually a head and shoulders will tag, or not usually, but often it's sort of Wyckoff checks that neckline. So we haven't had that 25K tag yet. Now, I think it's just looking at this chart right now, you could just almost see it happening like in a flash. Like we could just wake up tomorrow and see that prices dump down into that. So I wouldn't be surprised to see that. And hopefully we'll find some sort of support there. Or, if this head and shoulders is valid, it wouldn't be a surprise to find support there. But also this head and shoulders stays valid all the way down into the right shoulder. So this structure is still good all the way down to 20K or 19.6 on this Coinbase chart. And so, any sort of play around in this area and this head and shoulders structure is still valid. So if we're just taking it level by level, we kind of, any sort of W's or any sort of your long setups that are firing for people in this above 20,000 essentially would still be valid for this head and shoulders structure. So we're kind of like right here, this isn't great short location in a long-term sense, but we are seeing this roll over. And again, that's just how far do we dip before this bottoms. And I'm not really thinking new lows yet until we start really breaking this head and shoulders pattern and maybe losing these lows. I don't think it's really wise to get too caught up in like, yeah, sure, maybe Bitcoin goes to 12 or 13 or 14 or whatever down the road. That's definitely a possibility that you should prepare for in your long-term plan, but as like a just sort of like keeping your eye on the market right now and keeping your head straight. I don't think it's wise to think that way, get too caught up into like new lows or something, especially with the stock market again still ripping higher, and the DXY potentially rolling over. So it's kind of my take on that. And so, and one last thing I wanted to, a couple of things really quick. One, we're still in the long-term reload zone. So it's funny enough, like we're actually below Mountain Man. If you take the lows all the way back to December of 2018, the original bottom, this was the original weekly W that's still working. So, you draw this range, and funny enough, we're in long locations. So we're not in short location. That's way up here. So, things are looking promising. And of course, the whole 2023 accumulation year thesis, all that's still very much intact. Nothing's changed that we've been saying ever since January. It's just sort of like, how much ranging do we do? Like how many months of ranging does Bitcoin have to just tool around and possibly break the lows before we really set up the next bull run? So no bull run yet, but like everything's looking pretty promising. So I don't see any reason to get too worked up about any of this. Now, of course, you don't want to put yourself in a position to get run over here. If you're loading up on Bitcoin at these levels here, you better expect to take some drawdowns. So just keep that in mind. This isn't like the best place to be loaded up. And I'd drawn this volume profile actually earlier, just kind of for fun. I took off the lows here and just drew a profile, and you can see where all the smart money's long from, right? Like Paul likes to show the POC a lot when we're looking at these altcoins. You can see most of the business was done down here. And in fact, there's just not a lot of business being done up here. So there's a lot of support down here, I would say, way down at 17,000. Top of value is at 22,600. So, it wouldn't be a huge, that's kind of a level of support that I'd be watching, which is like this candle body low here. The tail of this right shoulder is vulnerable. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a dip into those levels, but we'll probably, there's a good chance we stay above value, but that said, there's just not a lot happening here. So there's a lot of open air, all the way down to the bottom. So it's just worth noting. And then the last thing that I did just for fun when I was looking at Bitcoin, because I just think it expresses the same thing, is I drew a bunch of anchored VWAPs just off of all the key highs and lows. And then I think I drew one off of like the 52-week range. Basically, these are just anchored VWAPs, which are sort of like magnets in my opinion. And the only point I'm going to say about this, which just really reiterates what I was already saying anyway, is like there's sort of a zone being, you can kind of see how I think the bottom, I think the likelihood of testing somewhere into this zone is likely, and I think we'll probably find some decent support somewhere around here. So this doesn't mean that much. It's just kind of again showing the what I would consider the same open air I was talking about a minute ago. This is sort of like a vacuum that could easily be, we're going to dip into here. So the whole buy the dip scenario is like how deep do we dip into these VWAPs? Uh, but it's just a nonsense study I made just for fun because I was playing with anchored VWAPs. But I do think it draws a nice zone here, which is essentially the Head and Shoulders neckline. You can see is that 25,000 level again, which is sort of the first level of support, which is also the 200 period moving average when I had that on earlier. It's basically the same level. And then all the way down into this tail is 21,200. So somewhere in there I think is the next basing level if we dip down there. So that's kind of my take on Bitcoin. And so well, to recap all of that, so basically you have these ripping bulls in the stock market still going as we get up into sort of short location, but no top yet. And Bitcoin's just sort of stalled out, so it hasn't participated in the bull run that the stock market's on right now. So of course, if we talk about the leading thing, I mean, Bitcoin did have quite a substantial move up since January, and maybe you could argue it led the stock market bull a little bit, and now it might be leading the rollover a little bit. So that's how I'm kind of looking at it. And I'll just leave all that at that. I think the only last thing I'd maybe look at would be I don't know, maybe look at Ethereum versus Bitcoin really quick because I just saw people talking about I can't remember which chart I had. I want to go back to the chart I was showing here on this show. I think it was on Binance. Nope, it's not that one. Let's see. Or maybe I'm just on the wrong. Oh yeah, I think I'm on the wrong side of my charts here. I got two charts on this template that I kind of bounce back and forth from. And I think it was on Binance. So all I wanted to point out is that the objective that I had laid out didn't actually get hit, but nonetheless, we're sorry, I'm getting a little sidetracked here. I don't know what I did with it. Well, I'll just mention it. Oh, sorry guys, I might be a little unprepared here. I did want to just look at something really quick that I'm not seeing, but I mean, essentially, I'd been. I was looking for like, where the, I might have to scratch my whole, I don't know where my chart was. Well, nonetheless, I'll just leave it at, oh, I'm looking at USD. God, dummy. No wonder I was like, this chart doesn't look anything like the one I was like trying to show. Here we go. Fuck. Okay, sorry about that. Got a little bit disjointed there. And now my headphones are getting, just give me a moment here to get my act together. Damn. Okay, so all right, this is what I wanted to look at. I mean, it's been a couple weeks since I talked about ETH BTC, but the only thing I wanted to say is I was sort of thinking we were going to get all the way down against this W here and complete these ABCDs, which doesn't seem to want to happen. And of course, we're just back up against this trend line again. And so we are, I'm not saying this is, this isn't like a pile into a long here as we break through this trend line, because this thing might just fake us out hard here. But hopefully you can at least just see the W coming in, and we are up against trend line. So there is some sort of shift potentially coming in here where maybe altcoins can start performing a little better against Bitcoin here. And so just want to point that out. So, I mean, ideally we'd see a break through this trend line and some sort of structure on the other side of it to confirm this idea. But, maybe we can, we did seem to find support here against Mountain Man. Didn't get down into the levels I was kind of anticipating, but it's not over yet. Because certainly this is sort of like a battle line kind of area, I would say, not a trade location area. It's more of like, what happens now? Do we just FU this trend line and turn around and dump again, or can we start actually building structure on the other side? And of course, if we get structure on the other side, you could start maybe drawing like an ABCD to the upside. So the whole thing will just flip more bullish. So it's just something I'll be watching. I think it's too early to call any kind of bull here on ETH BTC, but you could kind of see like bot setups. This would essentially be a bot setup setting up where we have one low and second low. So, you know, one thing I really like is sort of a bot LJ setup. So if we kind of get on the other side of the trend line, and well, even one more low would confirm that bot setup, the breakout through there. But more ideally would be an actual W on this side. So we'd maybe actually have to make another W. That would be more of a confirmation. But it's there, so it's just something I wanted to point out. We'll just have to see what happens there. And so anything, I didn't really see any. Paul's going to get into the altcoins here in a minute. I didn't see anything that has really caught my eye. I just kind of quickly scrolled through stuff this morning. The only thing I noticed that I kind of liked was Kava. I'll just leave off with this Kava just because it was just one that stood out to me as being like relatively viable and actually has some structure to work with. So as a weekly chart, hopefully you can see weekly W is now in. We broke that weekly W out. And now we're just retracing back into the W itself. Moving averages have crossed and confirmed, and we're probably gonna have to tag that 13 here. So I'm starting to see that looks nice to me. I mean, location's really nice. Just if we're drawing fibs off of these lows here, you can see we're below 88.6 fibs, and we've now made a weekly W here, and we even actually closed the candle just barely above the weekly W level, which I really like. And now we're just kind of back in location. So, I mean, if you wanted to sniper this thing, you might want to draw your reload zones again off of the lows here. So we're not quite in that reload zone yet. I personally, I don't even really mind it right here, to be honest, if you're just going to nibble on this thing. But, appropriate location was probably down here in this reload zone. So we're talking about like 91 cents and below. But that one looks viable to me, so I'll just end with that one. I didn't see too many that looked like this as I was just scrolling through my Kraken list here, but that's one that stuck out to me. I'm actually long. I was nibbling on it right here, so this was our first double on the Road to Financial Freedom plan. Now that I think about it, I didn't get a double on this, but the plan did. So I think the plan was basically buying these candle body lows here. Which was probably the reload zone off of, before that pump happened, we had our reload zones drawn right there. So yeah, you can see a move down into 78.6 basically. If I remember correctly, I think the plan bought that, like the bottom here. I didn't, because I'm stupid. I'm long from higher, unfortunately, but nonetheless, I really like the way it looks now. So if you missed it already, or if you missed the previous pump, I mean, for me personally, right now I'm still kind of in my buying W's mode, not buying knife catching moves. So like now that this W's in, I can go shopping, and truthfully, my OBV is in too. So, I didn't get a divergence here in OBV, but I did get a W, which is really all I need for my weekly strategy here. I like to see a weekly W in OBV, which broke out here in the last few weeks, and a weekly W in price. And so now I can go hunting in reload zones. And to be honest, like a tag against this moving average, which is a little bit above the reload zone, is pretty decent location to me, which is 95 cents, and below 88.6 already. So one thing I'll just point out while I'm looking at it, you can see this W right here. Anytime you can buy the test of a previous, cycle breakout, this was the W that came in for the last bull run. And you can see how they just brought price into it and turned it around right around that level. That's like fucking sniper mode. This is what we really, if you want to really find like the most, just the sickest levels on these altcoins, then don't be afraid to hunt these previous W's, which is actually like the TRI shark setup. And of course, the TRI shark setup is actually based off 78.6, but the key takeaway here is you're looking to buy a previous W breakout. That's a little different than the shark that Paul trades. But anytime you can find a previous W breakout with price coming into, that's just a sick level. So, and there it is right there. So, I think that's about it. I'll just end with saying that I was thinking today how I just want to remind people and for myself, it's like as like a trader, I'm trying to not. I don't want to get caught up in all this news and shit and all the craziness of the world. The world is fucked. Let's be honest. And I was thinking this when I was traders. A lot of the traders I know have a tendency to get a little too wrapped up into like tinfoil hat bullshit and just all this sort of drama and all the fucking back and forth of the world, and that's fine, and it's kind of fun to go down those rabbit holes. But I'm just gonna end by saying that as a trader, you probably best to avoid that and really just stick to the simple, the most simple thing you can. This is why we like to just trade setups, because if you can build a setup that just follows some simple rules, and you can replicate those rules across a bunch of charts and a bunch of assets, and just if you can find something that reoccurs in these charts on a continuing basis, things like buying against these W's. When price is coming down in this level, I know that I want to buy this level because of this W back here, and I don't care if the world's going to hell here. And actually, if I get too caught up in like the drama of the world right here, I'm not going to buy here. And this is what the public has a tendency to not understand. And this is what gets the public buying up here, because they're getting caught up into the emotionalism of this up move. And so they're getting sucked in up here. But then when price ironically comes down here, nobody wants it. It's like everybody will talk about their I'm going to buy Bitcoin at 17,000 when it's 60,000. But then when it actually gets down to 17, very few people step up. And like and I think one of the reasons is we're just getting too caught up into all the emotions of trading. And so go easy on yourself and just don't get fucking caught up in the drama. I'm going to remind myself of that too. And so even like, FOMC's coming up, whatever, like it doesn't really matter to me, if I have a setup that I can just sort of rely on. And like I was saying earlier about the stock market, yeah, we're heading up into a location that smart money is going to be thinking about shorting. So I have to program myself to be thinking short. As much as I'm a stock market bull at the moment, still I have to be watching for that potential short to come in just because of location. And so on the flip side, even though altcoins are getting kicked in the nuts here in general, I have to be an interested buyer on this kava down here just based on a simple setup that's worked very well for me over the years, which is just, location based. Can I buy below 78.6? Even 61.8 would have gotten you wrecked here, but at least you're thinking in the right direction by not chasing this market. But can I buy against a previous structural W, below 78.6 or around 78.6? And in this case, I can. And so, I'm not going to be too bearish here, regardless of the news. It's a hard thing to be. Yeah, like the whole world might be going to hell right now, actually, it seems like. But I still have to take my shot. Maybe what would be another way of saying it? It's like, of course, if the world does go to hell here and everything goes to zero, then of course my trade's going to not work. But chances are that's not going to happen. And so I'm going to miss an opportunity if I can't step up here when nobody else wants to. So yeah, don't get too caught up in the drama. Trade your setups. If you want to be a real professional trader, you got to learn how to trade setups and find something that works for you that you can just replicate over time without getting caught up in the drama. And then if you want to go fucking rant on Twitter about tinfoil hat shit, then fine, but just try to not let it overtake your emotions, because that's not going to help you. So anyway, that's what I'll end with. And then I think, DMAX saying we can't be thinking short at the bottom, but who does think of shorting at the bottom? Like 90% of the public. So it is true, but like, we shouldn't be thinking short here, but who was shorting? This was FTX on Bitcoin, right? So like, is that right? Yeah, that was June of 22. I'm sorry, am I looking at that incorrectly? When was, I guess that was, or no, FTX was over here, November. So, I mean, who was shorting this dump right here? Like, most of the public was. This big candle here, were most people thinking long here? I don't think so. And I think probably 95% of the world watches Bitcoin was actually thinking everything's going to hell right here. And so as much as yeah, we have to not do that, but that's the our natural emotion is to just panic sell here. And look how they just set that up. It was like almost like reading the tea leaves in hindsight, of course. But when everybody thought crypto was going to zero right here, and that was the bottom. So yeah, Stefan's saying it's not that straightforward when the emotions kick in. Exactly. That's why we have to remove. You have to work towards removing that. Ahead of time. This is why we use plans and setups just to keep us out of trouble. And that's why actually the reload zone. Fuck, I don't know. Like that's one the reload zone itself is one of the most powerful tools, or just fibs, I guess you'd say. Just drawing we've already said many times the markets like to range most of the time. You could say 70 to 80% of the time the markets are range. So that means that if we're coming down into old lows, there's a higher statistical probability of those lows holding than not holding. And so you have to sort of put yourself in the position to capitalize on that. And one of the best ways to do that is just drawing a fib retracement and not allowing yourself to buy above certain levels, whether that's like 61.8 for the more aggressive people or 78.6 for more of a sniper, and then of course the super lows like deep sea type 88.6 is for the people that are patient enough to really wait for the dump. But if you're buying down here, then this tool alone would probably be the one thing I would teach. Well, anybody new that was learning technical analysis, probably the most valuable tool to get started, because it just sort of protects you from doing stuff. Also, like if your plan says you're not allowed to short 78.6, then you're not going to sell this dump here because you're simply just not allowed to. So, buying when CT is whining. yeah, exactly. Well, that's the famous saying, right? Buying when they're crying, selling when they're yelling. This is what we're trying to put ourselves in a position to do. So, and of course, are people? I mean, I don't know if people are. Most of the crying's over, fortunately. So I don't know if we're in a crying mode, but do you think are there more crypto users now than, is crypto hot right now in general? Like if you're just going to like a cocktail party, are most of your friends talking about crypto right now? Probably not. I'm guessing not. Crypto is like basically dead right now. Now, of course, we pay attention every day, so it seems like, but it's a small percentage of people that are actually still involved in crypto relatively. Now, of course, crypto's growing year to year, so it's like, it's a relative thing, but I don't think that the majority of people are hot on crypto at the moment. And of course, that lines up perfectly with this like accumulation year, right? Because the accumulation year is going to happen in times where the general public's not involved. They've already liquidated or they're already underwater and forgotten about their positions, so it's like, this is the time. Everything's happening exactly like we would expect it to happen, regardless of the news and how bad it might get. Bitcoin could still make newer lows, and like there might be some tough times ahead. But I think most of the hardships behind us here now, and now it's just like, can we maintain ourselves through this like sort of ranging period and establish positions so that when the bull does come back, we're already in. We're not trying to chase the bull later. So plan accordingly. Anyhow, shit, I already went 45 minutes. Damn. Sorry, Paul. Didn't mean to carry that on too long, but it is worth just considering. So, I don't know. Are you still with us, Paul, or did you just bounce?
Yeah, I just left.
Well, sorry to draw on about that, but
Oh, it's okay. It's important to remember to the people that they all forget. I love to put my tinfoil hat, but I'll still play my plan and my setups.
yeah,
But some
totally.
they cannot do that. So maybe it's better to close your Twitter if you cannot play your setups. Then close Twitter, close everything, and just focus on your setups.
Yeah, I mean, setups are king at the end of the day, just because. And like, I don't know, maybe you're not. I mean, I'm not saying other people don't have plans based around fundamental events, and I know there's a lot of different kinds of trading, but I think in general, technical trading is better on your emotions, and it's like easier. It's really difficult to predict the markets. Like I don't think you should be in a position to. You shouldn't be trying to beat the market. That's not the right way to look at this. Like trying to outsmart the market, because there's everybody's way smarter than me. I know that Wall Street is probably way smarter than me. So it's like I don't want to be in the position of thinking I have to outsmart the market. I just want to be in a position of like, can I like make something that an idiot could follow? Like, can I be a complete like monkey and follow a few simple rules that will play out over a series of trades, with a decent enough win rate and risk reward to be profitable? And so that means technical for me. So I mostly trade technical setups. I don't really try to. I do like picking stocks and stuff, but I don't try to go and be a genius. It just doesn't really work for me.
Yeah, idea is we don't need to be so too smart to make money. We need to be patient and we need to be really disciplined. Respect the plan and the risk management part. We
Yeah.
don't need to, I don't know, a higher IQ to make money in this market, in any market. If you are disciplined and you can respect some rules, okay, then you can make some money. But most of the people, they don't understand the difference. If you want to be right or you want to make money.
Right.
I don't care if I'm right or not. I want to make money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
If you want to give me the screen,
Oh,
we can.
we're already looking at your Bitcoin chart.
Uh, yeah, but I don't think we have it on YouTube.
Uh,
Maybe I'm behind.
you
Let's
must be
see.
behind a bit. Yeah, we have it. It's
1 second. Yep. So let's start again from the beginning with the first 10 coins. First of all, we have the plan. It's here. You can find it on Discord. It's free. Weekly crypto review channel, and you can find the plan, you can find the spreadsheet and all the levels. Now we finished the 100 altcoins. We have 100 now, and we will start again from the beginning on Bitcoin and the first 10. Yeah? You can see not too many fields in the first 10. We have 2 fields. I'm okay with that. We still have time to get some fields on the rest. But if I'll take a look on Bitcoin, you can see I selected the first 10, but I'll start with Bitcoin. You can see on Bitcoin in my view, in my weekly view, well, we had a nice bounce, really above the long reload zone now. I'm not allowed to buy here Bitcoin for an investment plan. The first level I could buy it. I said on weekly crypto review is $70,200, something like that. But if I'll draw my long reload zone now, let's assume this is the top, the top for the moment, yeah. And if I'll draw my long reload zone, you can see, yeah, between 21 until 70,000. I'm okay to buy Bitcoin. I don't have a clear level now. I have that limit order at 70K. Now, if I want to draw another level or to hunt something new, I need to wait for the long reload zone, and I want to see what will happen in this area. If we'll retest this small W and then we'll reject and put another W, then yeah, I could buy some Bitcoin for the investment part. You can see we are above the big long reload zone. We had a period of, I don't know, let's see, almost 1 year, not quite, I don't know, 8-9 months in the long reload zone overall. But now we are above and we have an M. On weekly chart, I could see an M. I'll put the line chart, you can see it. Yeah? I'll wait and see what will happen in the long reload zone. If the market wants to go higher, okay, I'll just drag my long reload zone higher and higher, and I'll still wait for the price to come back in the long reload zone, and I'll probably wait for at least a daily W. For the moment, nothing to do on Bitcoin. Yeah? So just leave it exactly like we have it here. We have a limit order at 70K. Yeah, 70. it's okay-ish for me. It's a kind of 88.6 now. So I'm okay to leave the order there. Yeah, you can see 88.6. Let's take a look at the next one on the list, Ethereum. So on Ethereum versus dollar, I have a lot of levels here. I need to delete some of them. I don't know why I have. I probably put this chart on more than I should. You can see I said I'll buy Ethereum at $1,100, and now we are at 1,800, 1,900, maybe even 2K in a couple of days. I'm okay. Same like on Bitcoin, I'm okay to hunt in the long reload zone. You can see the trend line. Yeah, we had some small W's here and up, but I don't see that big weekly W on Ethereum yet. Not yet. If we'll keep pumping from here, yeah, I'll miss the boat. Next bus or a different chart or different altcoin. Nothing to do in this location for me. I need to wait. You can see at least in the long reload zone. On Bitcoin, I prefer to draw the reload zone from 61.8 to 78.6. Ethereum already I want from 78.6 lower. So I want below $1,300 to hunt on Ethereum. So exactly like on Bitcoin, nothing to do now. I just review the chart, nothing to add. I'll keep my limit order in the market and I will reassess after we'll touch 78.6 if we'll get there. If the market wants to go higher, I'll just drag my reload zone and I'll wait in a long reload zone. So nothing to do at this point. Let's take a look at the next one. Next one, I guess, on weekly crypto review, it's BNB. BNB ugly chart from our perspective. You can see where our limit order is. Now seems like we'll never go there. Maybe not, but in the same time, I'm not chasing in this environment. If the market will put a new W here above $200, I'll probably miss the boat. I don't want to buy BNB above $200. It's just me. You can see here 2 weeks untested levels. I prefer to retest these levels. If we'll go straight up, I'll just miss the boat. It's that simple. I still keep my limit order at $40. Let's see what will happen. Maybe if I'm lucky and we'll get a Black Swan event or someone will bother CZ, maybe we can get a fill. Maybe. Who knows? It still looks strong. It's one of the strongest altcoins, but definitely I'm not chasing here. I'm not chasing at this level. No, it's not for me. So I'll keep my level. I'll keep my order at $40. You can see on BNB we have $40. I'm okay with that. Let's take a look at Ripple. So you can see on Ripple, same kind of idea. We have the first limit order at 88.6, Kevin's level. You can see 31 cents. We had this tested this level. Now we are a lot higher. I don't want to chase here. In the same time, we have this weekly trend line. We have a W the other side of the trend line. We have a retest. This could go straight up now. I don't think we'll go so straight up, but it's Ripple and I don't want to bet. We have a clear chart. So trend line, weekly W, breakout, and retest. Classic. Now can go a lot higher. Could go double this price or even higher. Nothing I can do. I'll keep my order at 31 cents. If I'll see the market going up, I'll draw my reload zone from this low to the high, and I'll wait in the long reload zone, like on Bitcoin, like on Ethereum. But at this point, nothing to do. It's too high for me to buy Ripple at 50 cents. Yeah, could go to $100. I heard some people, it's cheap at $100. Okay, buy it now and you'll see. I'll wait below. I'll wait at 31 cents. If I'll get the opportunity, okay. If not, next bus. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. So next one is Cardano. A lot of people say the Cardano is not good, it's bad, but look what happened in the last bull market. So chart has more power in my mind than people's opinions. You can see big, nice consolidation, nice move up. Now it's starting to put a nice consolidation. I'm expecting like on this one a longer period of sideways movement. Yeah? And if I'll get sideways movement, I will probably get, I don't know, 15 cents. Seems reasonable for me to get a retest of this level. We didn't have a retest of this level, not yet. Close enough in January, but not. We bounce from higher level. I still think it's possible to get a fill. Just my 2 cents. Everything looks okay. I'm okay with the indicators. I'm okay with how the chart is looking. We have a weekly W. If I'll get another weekly W down here, and I don't know, in 25 cents, I could think, yeah, let's buy now 0.5 and leave this order in the market. For the moment, it's a bit too early. You can see how much time took this consolidation, and now we are just starting to consolidate. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe I'll miss the boat, but this is my plan, and this is my way to invest on the long run. So Cardano, we finally have a weekly W, but I'll keep my limit order at 15 cents, and I'll reassess, I don't know, when I'll hit this chart next time. Probably in 2 months or something like that. Okay, nothing to do on Cardano. Doge. Doge, honestly, you can see here, we are at 78.6 from this last move up. Nice location. You can buy it here. But this move up was when Elon Musk put the dog on Twitter. And you can see small move up. People, they are not interested to buy Doge here. That's my view. People, they are not interested to buying Doge here, and honestly, I'm not either. I'll wait for a new double here. I keep my limit order. Maybe a black swan event, maybe something ugly will happen and I'll get a fill. If I'll get here, I'll get a new weekly W, then I could buy it, because some bullish divergence trying to form here. At least you can see the OBV is behaving okay. I have a nice location, even in a bear market. I have a nice location. I'm at 78.6. If I'll get in this area a new weekly W, I'm forced to buy some Doge. I'll definitely buy lower if I'll get the opportunity, but if I'll get a new weekly W, I'm forced to buy at this level. But we'll see. We are not there yet. We have a nice location now, but no W here. So let's see what we have. What is next? Shiba. Same kind of idea. Let's see, Shiba. So we already have a limit order filled on this one. And we should sell half at this level. You can see it marked on the chart. We have the fill. Everyone who is following this plan should have the limit order to sell half on a double. Now let's wait for a new weekly double. It's that simple. I don't see that weekly W on Shiba. You can see it's not a clear one. This was something, but not a weekly W. And you can see it is just bouncing from the support level, from the last, you can see last consolidation. For me to buy it again, I need a weekly W, I need a breakout and a retest. It's that simple for me to buy another 0.5. Now I have a fill. For now, we're underwater. We don't know how much time we'll stay underwater. It's in this phase of the plan, we are using little old lady. We don't have a stop loss, so it's okay with us. We'll go to 0 or we'll go to sell half on a double. It's that simple for us. So people who are following the plan, make damn sure you'll have your order working at sell half on a double. Could be a quick spike. If you don't have the order in the market, when you are seeing this chart, the price could be a lot lower, and you just missed to sell half on a double. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. So on this one, I need a new weekly W. Litecoin, and I guess we have. I miss Solana and Matic. I'll take a look. Just 1 second. I'll take a look at Solana and Matic. Okay, so let's take a look at Litecoin first. Yeah, we have the halvening quicker than on Bitcoin. Yeah, we can set up here, I don't know, maybe even on weekly chart, a bot setup to the upside, AB equals CD, maybe. But in the same time, could be the buy the rumor, sell the news kind of event. Probably, maybe, I don't know. I'm not interested to buy Litecoin here. I have the limit order at $50, $51. If I'll get the opportunity to buy there, okay. If not, next bus. You can see it's just below 78.6. Even with this move up, you can see my order is just below 78.6. I have time to wait. It's not a bull market yet. So my order is still there. If the market wants to go higher, okay, I'll just drag my long reload zone at the top, and then when the market will go back in my long reload zone, if I'll see a weekly W, I could reassess and I could buy it higher. For the moment, my limit order is really nice at $51. I'm okay with that. Yeah, if you're a trader, you can play on Litecoin if you want, but for an investment plan, $96, not a good level, not in my view. Okay, let's take a look at Solana, because I said we miss Solana in another one, DOT, I guess. So, Solana. I'm still waiting at $5. Some people will laugh because I'm waiting so low. I'm still waiting. I don't see that weekly W yet. You can see a weekly W, a clear one here. I don't see it. Yeah, we are the other side of the trend line, but the market doesn't have the power to close above this level, above $26, $27. And in a bad environment, could definitely test this low and fill my order. I don't need the market to stay in this area. I just need the market to go take my order and then bounce. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what we have here. I said something about, yeah, Solana, DOT, and Matic. Let's take a look at DOT first. So on DOT, we have a fill, $5.5. We have a fill, sell half on a double at $11. I don't see that weekly W, not a clear one. You can see it's not a clear W here. If the market wants to bounce and give me a fill on sell half on a double, okay. If not, I will reassess after I will see a weekly W. I could buy another 0.5 and then put a new order to sell half on a double. For the moment, nice fill. Some people said you'll never get a fill at $5.5 on DOT. Look at here. Indicators, okay-ish. You can see even here, RSI is fighting at 50 line, got rejected multiple times. So we can still range in this area. We can go lower. I don't see any hurry to chase this one. We have a fill. We'll wait for a new W to get a new, to invest the other 0.5%. And Matic, let's see where Matic is. Is the last one. I have a lot of drawings here. So let's close some of them. I don't want this one. This is the big long reload. We are still in long reload zone. I'm okay with that. I don't need this level. This one, it's okay. So a lot lower. I don't know. Low probability that I'll get a fill at this level. Low probability. But who knows? I'll keep my my order. You can see this could be the weekly W, but I don't like it. I'll reassess when the market will go back in the long reload zone. If I'll see a clear W here, yeah, I'll reassess and I'll buy it after the weekly W. For the moment, even if it's a low probability, I'll keep my order here. This level was never retested. should have I don't know something really ugly to happen on Matic or crypto space to get a feel on that level. I recognize that, but still a level, and I'll keep an alarm on that level. In the same time, you can see the market is a bit stronger than the rest. I'll reassess if we'll get probably the best level is between this big 78.6 and this smaller one. You can see this area. This small area, it's the best way you can, if you see the market putting even a 3-bar fractal on weekly chart, you can buy it here. But we are above long reload zone now, and I don't want to chase. It's that simple for me. Yeah? So I will not chase Matic at this level. If I'll see a new weekly W in long reload zone or below, okay. That's it with altcoins. This plan is working really nice. We have more than 30% fills on our first limit orders. Some of them, they are underwater. We had a sell half on a double. One of them, I guess Kevin said something about Kava. From what I remember, let's see. I don't know where it's Kava, but I could look at here on my list and I could find it. Let's see. And yeah, Kevin was right. We really got the bottom on this one. Yeah, you can see where we had the limit order, and 1, 2, 3 weeks, sell half on a double. Now on Kava, we should reload. How we should reload? We'll probably hit 78.6. We'll get to Kava before the market will go here, and we'll review at his time the Kava chart. But nice feel, nice move up. We need more consolidation now. I don't see any hurry to reload on this one. Yeah, I'll let the market cool off. Give me a clear W, or if it'll give me, I don't know, this level where we initially bought, I'll buy it again. Definitely, I'll set an alarm even now. So I'll set an alarm, and if I'll get this level, I'll buy it again. I'll reload. Definitely, I should reload if you'll get a lower level. But I'm still waiting for to go back in the long reload zone and put a new W. The best way we can reload on this one. So we had 10 altcoins. The plan is working really nice. We have more than 30% fills. We'll take 10 altcoins every live stream, and I guess in 10 live streams we'll review again the plan, and then we'll start over again. From time to time, we'll search for a new project, for a new altcoin without selling pressure, and we'll try to add above this 100 level. Yeah. So from time to time, when we'll see a new altcoin at a nice level, or some big altcoin, I don't know, a nice one, we'll add on this plan, and we'll try to buy it in the long reload zone, or maybe even lower. That's my idea how we should add new projects, because we need new projects. I love the idea to I don't know, to put new projects in this plan, because new projects, they have a lot of potential. They don't have selling pressure, but we need to buy them at the right level. Don't chase them when they are listing. They are listed on Binance or something like that. Yep. Kevin, you can still hear me? I see some. I don't know. The chat is deconnecting or something like that.
No, I can hear
Yeah. Like, okay. So, someone said about a request in the Discord. I guess David, about an altcoin, and I took a quick look, and looks nice. He said something about this coin. You can see, if looking on weekly chart, at least on the location side, looks really nice. I see a nice OBV. I see a Willy was oversold a damn long period of time. Bullish divergence on MACD, and RSI like on every other altcoin. But location wise, really nice one. Looking at this, I don't know, 80 cents and a move 20x to all-time highs, okay-ish. So has some potential. Let's zoom in a little bit and let's see what we have. I just took a look at this one and you can see I took this on weekly chart. You can see it's just a candle, but this is the low and the high, and I'm forced to take this high for my relog zone. You can see we are below 78.6. Yeah, and that's why I prefer on altcoins not to buy 78.6. If we are still in the bear market, no, I will not buy 78.6. I'll wait for a W. And you can see we are between 78.6 and 88.6, and we don't have a weekly W yet. Nice location, I like it. But you can see, no W. We can even retest this. You can see candle body lows for trade location. We can go below 78.6. If, however, we'll put a W here, then I'll definitely think to buy this one. Little old lady style, or on this plan, on investment plan, or even on, if I'll zoom in on daily chart, I could even put a trade on this one. And as you can see on daily chart, we have a W. We have one W trying to form here. You can see another one. This is a clear one, and we just broke this level a couple of days ago, and we have a big W. If you cannot see it, I'll put the line chart. Yeah, small W, breakout, back down, retest of this W, another one, and confirmation of this W. You can play around if you want on different ways on this one. You can even think, okay, we have the confirmation of the W. Now give me a new reload zone. We are not there yet, but are close enough. Now on daily chart or 4-hour chart, you can wait in the long reload zone or at 78.6. Usually altcoins love to put a W at 78.6. And you can play around on this one. Looking at the daily chart, specifically daily chart, is not a bad level, not even now, to take a shot here with the stop loss below the week low. You have a lot of potential to the upside, a lot of weeks to the upside. They are waiting to get here. So it's not a bad level. You can see the last move down was with bullish divergence on MACD at least. Let's see OBV. I don't know what we have on OBV. Come on, OBV. Show me something. Let's put research RVO. Okay. So let's see what we have on OBV. Yeah, it's looking okay. Looking okay. W on OBV. I love to see that. I don't think it's a bullish divergence. I guess, yeah, it's a bullish divergence even on the it's a bullish divergence even on the OBV chart on daily. So hunt David, because it's a good level. We don't know if the level will hold. You have to, how we love to say on Discord, on premium chat, you have to fuck around to find out if this level will hold, or if the setup it's okay-ish and will give you a profit. Yeah, you need to buy and find out. I'm okay with this one even on daily chart. So that's my view on this one. What do you say, Kevin? We should take more requests?
If somebody asked about 1 inch, we could look at.
Huh? Okay. And Tolga, if you want, come on YouTube. Someone tell Tolga to come on YouTube, not on, on Discord. Okay, let's take a look at 1 inch. Not this one. Let's put. Okay, now I'll put 1 inch. 1 inch. Okay, this one. You can see the level where we bought. A lot higher. Okay, 1 inch, nice location. Yeah, I said let's buy at point. Let's buy 0.5 here. Yeah, we bought 0.5. Okay, at that point, well, maybe we are in this area. Seems a lot the market will go higher. No, market took our order and is going down. Testing these lows, probably even lost the lows. Let's see. Briefly took this low, so we have a new low now. Nice location on weekly chart, but you can see what I have marked on my chart. And now because we have a fill here and we are going straight down, I'll just do something I should do from a long time ago. Yeah, I'll put an alarm here. Yeah, if the market will hit this level, I'll buy another 0.5%. I don't need any new W. I'll buy it here and I'll just wait. I have 1%. Okay, from this point, it's the market business. What he wants to do with 1 inch, not mine. Huh? If I'll get a fill on this one, I'll get a alarm on this one, I'll buy it here, another 0.5. And that's it. I'll just leave it alone. If he wants to go to 0, okay. So that's 1 inch on weekly chart. Indicators, you can see the OBV. Yeah, the market is going down, but the OBV is going up. Something is fishy. And volume speaks volumes. Yeah. So it's up to you to decide if you want to participate in 1 inch. I don't think 1 inch is dead. Not yet. And I don't think we'll die until we'll get another, at least a dead cat bounce, a really good one to big money to get out from this altcoin. Even if he is to die and has no future, they will pump it just to get out. They will not sell at this level, definitely. Big money will not sell at this level. Okay, let's go on daily chart. Dimac, China is China. You are on TRI, so you should know how Brian and most of the TRI think about China. Daily chart, same kind of idea, testing the lows. Don't try to, on trading part, don't try to catch a falling knife. No, wait for a W, wait for something. And you can see, testing took this low. So we took this low, we ticked below this one. Yeah, if this will be the low, and we'll put a W here, a clear W, okay, you can buy that, but wait for that W. Now nothing to do. Wait for at least on daily W breakout and retest. The best thing you can play when you see a new low is to wait for the W, wait for the breakout, and buy it at the retest. Now it's too early. Don't try to catch a falling knife, in my opinion. Let's see if we have some bullish divergence, at least on daily chart. And you can see it. Bullish divergence on RSI, bullish divergence on MACD, even a bigger one. And you can see a bullish divergence on OBV trying to form a nice W on OBV. So you have a W on OBV. You will have a W on RSI if the market will go higher. And then you'll have a W on OBV, a W on Wheelie, a W on RSI, a W on price. Who knows what setup it is? Should play it. I'll not give you that on this live stream. But now you have location, you have everything, some divergence. You need W's, but you need a W in price also. Yeah. So who knows? Da Vinci knows what setup I'm talking about. We have a new request or something else? D-Man.
Oh, XMR.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna buy at 1 inch and sell at 2 inch.
Yeah,
That's my plan.
it's not a bad idea. At some point, 1 inch could be more than 1 inch.
Maybe 4 inch or 5 inch.
Yeah, who knows?
XMR. I still am.
Let's go on. I want weekly chart. I don't want to see anything without weekly chart. And you can see where I should buy this one. $97. You can see straight up, straight down, small consolidation. In my view, could be enough, and they could go higher, but I don't think so. I don't think this one should go higher without retesting these levels. Let's see indicators. Yeah, strong OBV, someone is buying. But you can see RSI is below 50. If we'll get bad news or something, I should get my fill at $97. And even at $97 seems like I'm chasing. I still have my order. I'll buy 0.5 here, DMAC. And maybe even lower than that if I'll get the opportunity. I'm not chasing, and I don't see. I don't like this week. This you can consider this one a weekly W, but I don't. I consider a part of this move down, and we need a consolidation and a new weekly double. Yeah. So
I got a bunch of
let's see.
orders working on XMR. I still am in like kind of dollar cost average. I want to try to buy this thing
Yeah.
the whole way
Uh,
down.
we didn't do the draw yet, so you still have a chance. Maybe it's the Mac again. Who knows? We'll see. In a couple of minutes, let's take some another request. If we
ORN or Orion.
Okay, let's take ORM. This one, nice location from the start. Nice location. If you are dollar cost averaging, if you are little old lady, go and buy it and sell half on the double if you get the opportunity. I don't know anything about fundamentals. Don't ask me. I don't know. Looking at the chart, this is how a chart should look if you are an investor. If you are buying low and selling higher. Yeah. Who knows if this one will go to zero or will go back to $30? Nobody knows. Maybe if we'll know, we'll buy everything and it's a different story. We need to take our chances here. Nice chart. You can see straight down. Now sideways movement. I'm okay with that. Indicators. Look at this OBV. I don't think I should tell anyone something about this OBV. You just take a look at the OBV and you understand what I want to tell you. Long consolidation on Wheelie. I like that. Above oversold level now. Bullish divergence on MACD. Okay. Nice W's on RSI. And even a bigger one. You can see a big one. If we'll recapture the 50 line and could go a lot higher, okay. Then we can play around. Now let's zoom in and let's see what we have on the. You can see this. You can consider this one a weekly W. And it's barely confirmed on the weak side. I don't consider this one a weekly W, but even if I'll put the line chart, on line chart is confirmed. You can see this is a weekly W. This is a second one. Okay, let's say that we have some. Let's say this is the low and this is the high, or this is the high. Let's put a long reload zone. Pretty simple. We are in the long reload zone. Even on weekly chart, give me a new W and I could buy this one. Huh? I don't need anything else. I need a new W. I have everything I need. I have a bullish divergence on RSI, on OBV. You can see bullish divergence, even on MACD. So I have all the reasons to think long. Give me a new W. Let's go on daily chart and let's see what we have. Yeah. Even if I took this low, I could take this one, and then I'm below 78.6. Let's say I'll take this one. I'm still in a long reload zone. And you can see here, yeah, straight down, up, down, up, down. We are trying to put a W. From this point, honestly, if I see a new W here, I'll try to buy this one. If
Yeah,
you
I
are
like
dollar
that.
cost, okay. Say again.
Oh, I was just saying I like that one. It looks good.
Yeah, looks good. And you have a W. Technically, you have a W in long reload zone. Let's put the line chart. Some people, they say, no, I don't see it. Okay. It's not the textbook one. You need a clear one and you want to wait. Okay, wait for a textbook W. Now it seems like a straight down and a bounce. Who knows? But a nice level. Yeah, a nice level. My idea is to wait on daily chart, not weekly, on daily chart. Wait for a new W, a clear one, and then you can hunt. Yeah. Indicators on daily chart, okay-ish. You can see confirming here the W, and that's it. Strong OBV even on daily. Yeah, you can see. OBV on daily tells a different story. Yeah, the chart moved back down in the long reload zone, testing the lows, and OBV doesn't care about that. Is still at the highs. Is trying to put a new high. So you know what? When you see something like that, Kevin knows because he has a lot of experience. He knows that when you see charts looking like that on OBV, you know the bear market will not take too much time. Couple of months, maybe, I don't know, half a year. But at some point, this is accumulation when you see something like that. Someone is buying here, but they buy in such a manner they don't want to move the price up. They are just slowly buying, let the price go back down, slowly by accumulating in this area. Who knows who is buying here and what level they want to sell? I don't know, but I'm definitely interested to take a new W and to buy this one. Bluebird flop. I don't know what time frame. If you want a different time frame, you can ask us. Put the name of the altcoin and put the time. But please don't try to put below 4 hours or daily chart because it's not the. This live stream is for mostly for investment, not for day trading. Yeah, I'll speak about a swing trade maybe, but not lower than that. If you want to be a day trader and trade with us, come on premium, come on live stream with us, and you'll see us trade. You'll learn from us. Maybe we'll learn from you. Who knows? Yeah, if you are only accumulating, then it's okay. It's a nice level. Nice. If you are zooming out, you can see. Even dollar cost averaging on this one, let's say, okay, the price is in the long reload zone. Every month I'll buy a small amount. Yeah, same value on dollars, I mean. It's a really good plan to dollar cost average against dollar. So every month I'll buy, I don't know, $10 value of this coin until I'll see a big weekly double. And you can accumulate.
Cool.
Okay.
That one's actually on Coinbase too for US people.
Okay, let's take a look at the EMB and then I'll do the draw. So the last one is EMB USDT. We have it on Ambrosus or this is a AirDAO. Okay, AirDAO it's on KuCoin. I don't see it on Binance. But let's take a look. Weekly chart. Nice OBV. Yeah, you can see this OBV tells me a story. I don't have enough. You said AirDAO or Ambrosus? Okay, let's take a look at Ambrosus then. Same kind of idea, no? Even on Binance, I was thinking I'll get more chart. No, it's the same. Okay, what we have here listed at this price, nice move up. Usually that will happen because probably here was they listed on Binance also. I don't see that W. Give me weekly W, please. If I want to invest, I need a weekly W. Yeah, I could pump, definitely. Without me, definitely, no big deal. But I need a weekly W. So I don't have that. I'm not buying. I'm not investing. It's that simple. Until I'll see a weekly W on this one, because a new project probably, I'm not buying. It's that simple. You can see if I put this high in this one, give me a weekly W the other side of this trend line. It's a bit too small of the chart. I cannot do too much TA on this one. Let's take a look at daily chart. Yeah, this is the listing price. You can see they test that low and took that low. So they listed on KuCoin at this level. And they took this one and put a nice W here. Not nice, but W. And that trade is done already. Yeah. And we had a nice pump, probably at 38.2. And they said, enough, it's enough. Let's put this one lower. Let's see if I'm right or not. Let's change this one reverse and let's put 38.2. Where are you? Here. Not even 38.2. They just tested this high and they are backing down. Okay. Now what we can do now? Even on daily chart, if you want to trade this one, yeah, swing trade, you should wait for something like this. Let's put a clear long reload zone. And you can see 88.6 will be your level at this point. You can see where the market, where this move started. This is just one candle on daily chart, yeah? This candle, these lows will be retested at some point. This, the last red candle, this one. This is the area where you want to hunt a new W below 78.6. In my view, we are just confirming a 3-bar fractal top. If we close the week like that, we'll have a 3-bar fractal top, and then we can think a lot lower. If you want to trade, swing trade, day trade this one, okay. But if you are thinking higher time frame, no. You need a clear W for that. Now it's a bit too young to to have enough confidence and have a clear level to be able to invest. Just my 2 cents. Yeah, that doesn't mean that the market cannot go up. Could go. Okay, if I on this one, if I see some levels, if I see on lower, I don't know, 4-hour chart, I see is trying to put a uptrend, then I could chase it with Holy Grail, for example. For the moment, I don't see anything. For me, I should wait in a long reload zone, preferably below for a new W, and then we can think something. That's the last one. Okay, we're a bit late. We are 1 hour and a half, so let's quickly do the draw. I know Dimac you want to win again, but let's hope someone else will win this time. So let's pick a winner pretty quickly. Let's see. So we have the episode 21. This is the tweet. Was a pinned tweet until 1 hour ago. So is the correct tweet. Pick a winner. One winner. Pick winners. And let's see who is the Bogdan Clinch. Bogdan, he just didn't have close his access on premium, so he has access again. DMAC, next time. What I can tell you. So we have, I don't know, 20 retweets, 19 eligible. I don't know why 19, one was out. I don't understand that concept. I don't want to overcomplicate. I don't put any condition, just to retweet. It's a nice way for me to give you access on premium because you are consistent, because you are sharing, because you are retweeting. So I see you week by week. So I try to give something back, and I try to give you I don't know, a small prize. Yeah, Marian is waiting from, I don't know, from the beginning. He didn't have a chance to win a premium month. Okay, so Bogdan, DM me please if you see the message, and I'll renew your premium membership. I don't know, Kevin.
Nice.
What was a good enough live stream for today?
Yeah, I think so. We covered a lot.
Yeah. So guys, if you have, I don't know, if you have some feedback, just leave a comment below the video, please. Huh?
Yeah, and as always, we'll be back tomorrow, starting the London session, and pop in our Discord if you're not already in there and say hello.
If you want this plan, it's okay to have the general access. Is free for everyone, and you can make a copy, and you can follow this plan, and you can ask any questions you want on general chat. We'll definitely, me or Kevin or someone else, another gladiator, will answer you. If you want more than that, come on premium. Yeah, we'll try to help you to become I don't know, a swing trader, a day trader. If you want even more than that, you don't have time, but you have some money and you want to follow our trades, then come on VIP. Different story, different level, different plans. But for this live stream, for this, it's enough to have just to come on our Discord. You have the link on Twitter. You can see here we have a lot of links. And I didn't update this one from a long time, but you can see here you have the join our Discord, or YouTube, and so on. You don't need to pay anything. You just need to join our Discord, and you'll have access on this plan. I think it's good enough. I don't like to say goodbye and close the live stream, so let Kevin do that as usual.
Okay, I'll do that. And then also just real quick too, though, is Tuesdays, Tuesday New York session, we do open our live trading room up. So if anybody wants to pop in then, the link is in the Discord channel on Tuesdays. So that's like about a half hour before the New York Open, and then it goes for a couple hours. So if you want to just pop in and check out some day trading ideas, you can do that there. And with that said, I think that's it for the week. We'll be back next Sunday, same time. Actually, well, on time next Sunday, not a half hour late like today. And with that said, I'm just going to say bye to everybody and have a good rest of your weekend. And we'll see you all soon. So take care.
See you guys.